This is working. Welcome to my first live stream. This is Caveman. Um, before I get started, I just find it so funny. So I had some technical difficulties. Sorry, guys. I'm still working them out. I'm actually just making sure that I can hear myself. Okay, cool. I think everything is working. I just love, like, I don't know if you guys are fans of YouTube content creators like me, where they do a live stream and pretty much like the first 5 minutes of the live stream is basically just them testing stuff. Hello, can you hear me? Is my mic on? Hello? Oh, we're up and running. So forgive all that stuff, and hopefully I'm just gonna dive right into this thing. This is my first time live streaming, like, in general. I've theoretically done it before, but I was like, okay, cool. I think this is working. Great. So all that stuff out of the way. Hey guys. So my name's Caveman. I don't know if you guys saw. I posted some videos recently and about Tacticus, WH40K Tacticus. Love this little mobile game that we all play and all love. And unrelated, our guild is stepping up to Battlefield 5 for Guild War this season. So I was like, I need to fix my Guild War teams. I'm stepping into some big shoes that include mythic teams, which is like very daunting to me. But we're gonna try to rework those today. And yeah, I just figured I was gonna do it anyway. So I was like, let me go live, see if anybody wants to join. I think one person is in the stream. Hey, I don't know who it is, but how's it going, person in my stream? The single viewer. Sorry. No, I mean, so I'm gonna post this too, and it might be just like 90 minutes of, well, hopefully not 90 minutes, maybe like 20 minutes of me rambling about Guild War synergies and stuff like that. But the videos I've posted are all about synergies. They're all about which characters work well together, and really that's because Guild War is my favorite mode, and I love finding pairings that work well in Guild War. So this is like the ultimate use case for all this knowledge that I'll be sharing throughout my my other videos. And you guys are here. It's live. I'm not the best live. I'm not good on camera, hence why I'm just doing screen recordings. I also told you probably at the first video, I'm just using my on-camera microphone. Sorry, my AC's running, so it might be kind of loud. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But we're gonna try this thing, and if my audio sounds like crap, feel free to turn it off. Or if I'm completely boring. I have had one comment so far about my audio, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna invest in a microphone. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just having fun sharing thoughts. So I'm not trying to work too hard for this thing. But if you guys want me to have better audio, then I'll do it for you guys. Maybe I'll start a Patreon. We'll see, and you can fund my audio equipment. But right now I'm just rambling into my camera mic, or my laptop mic. So all right. Anyway, all that out of the way. Thanks for joining. We're gonna hop into this. Hopefully you can see my screen here. I'm looking on my other phone to just make sure everything's displaying okay. It's kind of cropped, but you can see I have I'm on Tacticus Tracker, which is an incredible website, tacticus.xyz. Yeah, I love this site. I was first turned on to this by, what was it, Dead Myth? Or maybe it was Tactifux. One of them kind of turned me on to this. Anyway, it's a great website in which they collect all the Guild War data. So if I were to get out of this mode and go to War, you can look up all the previous wars data, and all that is voluntarily put together by the participating guilds. They put their data up on this site, and it crowdsources and basically shows you what works really well. Actually, if I open up a new tab, can you guys see this? I don't know. I think you guys should be able to see this, because this is going to be kind of important because I'm going to be referencing this. So let's see if new tabs work. I don't know. Trying out technology. So you go here, then you go to War, you go to Analyze, and over here, oh yeah, cool, I think it's working. There's quite a delay, but it's all good. And I'm mainly focusing on defense today. I have kind of my offense teams worked out, and they haven't really changed that much. I pick offense teams too. I like to actually choose them in advance, so it saves me the brain power. Guild War's already a lot. It already takes a lot of time. It's already a commitment. So I kind of put together my offense teams in advance and then pick which matchups work best for me. But here, so you have top defensive lineups. Now all this is data-based. This is all based on real Guild War data from participating guilds. So this is actually the best lineups that have proven to work time and time again against things. So they show you how many times they're used, what the win record is, like how many tokens they used. So obviously at the top we have Gene Stealer cults. They are amazing in Guild War, and then followed by orcs, Deathball, Necrons popped up in here. That's kind of interesting. So I'll be referencing this back and forth to make my teams, but these are my old teams. I got classic Deathball. I got some AdMech with Revos in there. I was finally able, I just got my Gene Stealers up, not even all of them, just got 3 Gene Stealers up high enough to gold to be able to make a team like this. I still need the other 2. I have a little Imperial lineup here, and the orcs as a team actually work great. They continue to impress me. I'm always getting like more than 1 token out of them, which is great. But so this is my current one. However, how do I change this? Oh, here we go. So rather than, I'll be stepping up to a higher position this time. Our guild is going Battlefield 5, top of the top. We are going into the big leagues. We are not ready because none of us have like full A2 lineups. But I have some, adamantine characters, so I think I can put together something from this. But I'm going to have to kind of scrap my whole lineups altogether. So here we go. I got Deathball, getting rid of that. AdMech, getting rid of that. Gene Stealer cults, unfortunately getting rid and probably not replacing them. Imperial and orcs. And I had so many good gold characters that worked well together. But all right, all that introduction aside, I'm going to dive into this. I'm just going to I'll narrate through it. But yeah, if you guys have questions in general, not about this or about my process or about the Guild War or whatever, but about my channel, I kind of wanted to use this as a way to introduce myself and say like, hey, this is me. If you guys have questions, I'm happy to answer them. Again, I'm not like a serious content creator, but I am happy to share stuff with the community. So this is me sharing my process. So yeah, I build my teams in Tacticus Tracker, and we're going to see that now. So I now have to fill out 2 mythic caps, which is crazy. Like I have 1 A2 character, and that was Aethoth. And the only reason I got him ahead of like Carrion and Trajan is just because he was really good in the legendary event that just happened. But so he's, I think, definitely going in. And like when you're at this level, you really just want synergistic teams. You want teams that are good on defense, characters that are have proven to be good on defense. But rank still matters. I mean, you could give me a Adamantine 2 Najal, and I'd probably still put him in my mythic team just because I'd rather have an A2 character than a D3 character or a D1 character in here. It's like you're playing at a handicap. You want to make sure that your teams are maxed. If you possibly can, you got to try to max your teams for the cap you're at. So I was thinking about this. I was like, what's a good team comp that I have here? And then I could put together a mostly Imperial comp here. Let's see, is it easy to swap these? Oh wow, they improved the UI. I forget who puts this together. I know Talith Changers has something to do with this website, but yeah, you guys working on Tacticus Tracker, killing it. Every time I come back to the site, it's better and better because I don't think you used to be able to do this because the order also matters. But all right, so this is my first one. I've got an Imperial team that kind of works well together. Like Trajan and Carrion are best buds because if they're next to the same enemy, they're gonna buff each other, or after one of these 2 uses an active ability, which they can use multiple times, they're gonna be able to increase the damage. So I'm kind of thinking we go these are like Guild Raid plus Imperial healer, and then Bellator's just there to be tanky and cause trouble. He's probably gonna die. He doesn't really hit that hard, but maybe he can summon some Bella babies. They'll take out the summons, and then Carrion or even Trajan will hit pretty hard and actually do some damage. Or maybe I go Celestine. Now Celestine does hit pretty hard, and Celestine could also negate Overwatch. Ooh, and Celestine's Gemini are pretty nasty. So she'll be 2 ranks down compared to the Mythic cap, but yeah, that's pretty good. And then It's gonna depend on the map and everything, but typically I'll probably lead with Celestine so she can be the first one to charge ahead and take an Overwatch hit, and then probably wanted you last, and then let's see. Yeah, maybe something like this. I don't know. It's like I want. It's gonna depend on the map, but it's gonna be something like this where you have her go in. Hopefully Trajan can get in, get next to multiple characters. Karen's go in, use his active. Athos goes in, uses active, and then someone's gonna get hurt, or someone's probably gonna die from an Overwatch or something like that, and then Isabella can resurrect them. My Isabella is not too bad either. She's A1, and she hits hard when when the Active Faith trait gets activated, so she won't be too bad. And then Machine of War. Oh wait, let's see. Can I filter Machines of War? Oh no, I can't. Oh gosh. Oh wait, it's all the way at the bottom. Great. Oof. I don't know. I'll come back to Machines of War. I don't have great Machines of War. My Biowar is 3-star Mythic, which is awesome, but only 35. So, and the Forge Fiend's pretty good. I have him pretty high level, and then the rest are basically just at Epic. So, the other one I was thinking we could do is, like, I have such a good Death Ball that they're like level 52, 53, so they're kind of in the Mythic category, but they don't really gain anything by that. I don't have anything else leveled really for them. So Golgorts is a no-brainer. Let's put Golgorts in there. He's A1. He's almost A2. Also, all these guys are going to be A2 in like a week. Well, not the sisters, but these guys are my raid team, and I have all of them at like A1.5, so that'll probably help. I can't see who's in the stream, but I see people have logged in. That's probably for the best. So if you're in the stream and you want to say hey, like, give me a shout or put something in the chat. Oh, I see. Okay, no, I had just like off to the side 2 viewers. Yeah, you know, I'm so popular. Honestly, like I said, I'm just doing this for fun. So yeah, cool. So Golgorts is gonna be in there. Now, this probably won't happen, but like the AI gods may smile upon me, and I can put these two next to each other. Golgorts uses his active like a good amount. It's not every time. It's not like Revos, who basically like guaranteed to use her active on the first turn. Golgorts, I forget what the stats were. It's something like, it's actually less than you think. It's like more like 30%, or maybe it is 50% of the time. But like theoretically, if he and Leviscus start out next to each other and he uses active, that could be pretty dope. That could be actually awesome, because he would double Leviscus's hits. And Leviscus is A1, gonna be A2 soon. So I'm like, let's do this. Let's make it happen. Oh, sorry guys, 1 second. Live stream issues. All right. Let's see. Now, Revos is only D3. She's not coming up anytime soon. But 56. Revos's abilities are pretty high level. So I'm going to put Revos in here. Also, Revos can help with the Golgort's charge, because hopefully you lay down a wall of Overwatch that's pretty much deadly, and then put, you know, Golgorts right behind her, or however the map lays them out. Yeah, this is where I sort of hit a wall. I almost like want to come back to this one. Let's do legendaries, because legendaries are easy. All right, here we go. Death Ball for sure. Death Ball is great. One of the best Guild War teams. I have mixed results with it, because I think at my level, like Battlefield 4 and now Battlefield 5, they're in every comp. Everyone fights against Death Ball all the time. So people have like specific teams built to combat it, and people know exactly how it's going to perform. So actually, even though it's still so good, it's like, hey, look, like you're putting LeBron James in, you know he's going to be great, like, you know, but because you have such a wealth of knowledge and research on how this guy performs, you know ways to get around him. You know, you're able to fight against him. So actually, it's like I either eat like 2 tokens with my Death Ball, or I get 1600 like perfect scored and get completely owned. And it's probably those teams that people build against them. But still, hey, Death Ball's great regardless. So Death Ball staying in. Shosil, yeah, going in there. I got Karn too. That could go in. Karn has his abilities are pretty high. Maybe. Maybe something like that. All right. And then here's where if I get stuck, if I'm like, okay, I'm out of ideas. Let me go back to this lineup. I wish I could do my Gene Stealers. They're gold, so they're not diamond, and I'm going full diamond and mythic teams, which is gonna be really hard. My orcs are only gold. Deathball is diamond, so they're in. Necrons are gold. Admech, it's interesting. Admech continues to score really high on Tacticus Tracker, and I never have success with it. I always fail. And that was a staple of mine. I used to do Revos with the Admech, and I can never really get it to work. It's not always perfect scores, but it might be like a 1200 or something like that. But I constantly get one-shotted with my Admech. But statistically, they're up here, so maybe it's worth a shot. I also don't know who else I'm gonna do legendary-wise. Like, I've got a good amount of D3 characters. I'm a pretty, not to chew my own horn or whatever, but I'm a pretty high-level player. But still, you start to get down to, okay, I have to fill out 25 characters. It starts to be slim pickings with the end. Hey, Remy, how you doing? Thanks for joining. My first live stream. All right, let's see. Let's do Rapid Assault. Ooh, also Dante could be really cool here. But a team that I'm actually kind of surprised works on defense is like a full-on Rapid Assault team. Ooh, why show on your death ball? Why show over Volk? That's mainly because you probably missed my intro, but I'm stepping up to Battlefield 5, and I'm one of the higher-ranking people in my group. So I am at 2 mythic teams and 3 legendary teams. I know it's crazy, this high level, and my Volk is just stone 1. Sad, but no, Volk would be awesome in the death ball. He's like one of the best for a death ball, or Chiron. Chiron would be great too. Yeah, range 3 chaos character is awesome for death ball. I just don't have him leveled. I will for this LRE. Volk and Chiron are like some of the best characters in the alpha track, so they're getting up to gold soon. But right now they are still in the Stone 1 desert. So let's see. All right, I'm gonna try like a full Rapid Assault team, and you can kind of control this. Oh, Abaddon would be awesome too. I would love it. As many D3 characters as I have, like I said, I don't have them all. So my Abaddon is also Stone 1, unfortunately. But he's great. Honestly, Abaddon is incredible in the death ball. I hate when I have to run up against an Abaddon. I'd probably swap out Corodius, maybe. Even though Corodius is great with his summons, but on defense he just like uses his ability round 1 and then just doesn't do anything the rest of the fight. So yeah, I'd probably swap him with Corodius if I had Abaddon, and then swap Volk out with Show. Oh no! Hi Cesar. Dang. Yeah, Murky is the one that runs Tactics Tracker, and I'm really sad to hear that. I didn't know that. I almost want to I think I messaged with him because I had to get the data for my guild one time, but dang, I love Tacticus Tracker. I almost want to be like, can someone take it over? Like I know CPU Nerd or Carnage took over the planner and has been doing great with it, but like it was initially Severn and then someone else took it over. So yeah, hopefully somebody else takes Tactics Tracker over. It's a great website. I could do something like this. What do you guys think? Oh wait, hold on. All right, going back up. If I've got Gulgorts and a D3 Snopflaga with level 51 abilities, maybe I can get that to 52. That's a match made in heaven. I mean, he's 2 ranks low, but you gotta have Snopflaga if you're gonna bring Gulgorts. Let's see, and then maybe like a mech. I'm still confused about that one. Coming back to it. All right, so I do a Rapid Assault one, and you can kind of plan this like if you could do something like, I actually like to do Dante first because Dante does like to use his active, and the AI is sometimes it's weirdly smart. Like I've faced this team comp before. with other Rapid Assault characters with my Revos because they just run right at you. So I'm like, great, I'll put my Revos on high ground, maybe put Eldrion or someone near him, and everybody's gonna die. And then all of a sudden Dante uses his active when he's supposed to, it's even done weird for me. Like I've had Dante supposedly going last, and the AI switches him around and goes first in a Guild War match, and completely screws my whole strategy. So you can kind of, I think maybe that's why this team works. If they don't have the right pairing, like these guys can be pretty deadly. Well, Bellator kind of sucks. He's just a distraction. But I don't really have anybody else. It's like Bellator or Nicodemus. Maybe Nico, honestly. Nico could like heal everybody. That's a thing. Maybe. Or Lucian. Oh wait, no, he wouldn't benefit from Ragnar though. Alright, maybe we'll see. What do you guys think? Put in the chat. If I do a rapid assault, should I do Bellator or Lucian? Or Nicodemus. Let's see. But yeah, you can do Dante, Ragnar, and Ragnar almost always uses his Howl on turn 2. It's great. Like that's exactly what you want your defenders to do. Karn is just a killing machine. Mataneo's great because he has such high range, and then Nicodemus could keep everyone topped up. That sounds good. Carrion would be awesome. Carrion would be very good, but I'm struggling to fill out these top lineups. These guys will be A2 soon, as will these two. So I'm basically just trying to fill like what's like the top lineups. I wish this stream was more interesting and I could actually just do like a Battlefield 1, because then I could actually show you guys synergies and how these characters work together. But right now, part of my struggle is like just filling out the lineups. Let's see. Carrion, presume you have a different team. Yeah, exactly. He's on my A2 team, my mythic team. Some leftover with Admech. Like I was saying earlier, I'm just not a fan personally. They never seem to perform that well, but like, bam. I mean, you can't argue about the synergies. I'm gonna make a video at some point about just like why the Admech team is amazing. It might even be like a faction video and guild raid video combo, because that's basically the team. Yeah, Actus, Tangita, Ro, Vitruvius, they all work incredibly together. Throw in an Alephnol, and that kind of makes this choice easy for us. Do not use Ro. Oh, that could be the problem. Yeah, I mean, he dies so easily. You're right, I think, let's look at this. Well, so this lineup uses Ro, but I know what you're talking about. Other, like this one is more like Revos and Golgor's focused. It doesn't have Ro in it. Same with this, they take out, well, no, that has Ro in it, but yeah, Vitruvius. I know, but I'm running slim. I got 4 options. Let's see, if I were to throw someone like this in, I'm not saying I should do that, but like that leaves 2 options for D3s. So, oh no, 4. Oh wait, actually, get rid of Bellator. I think on offense this is great, but yeah, problem with this part is yeah. On offense, this pairing's great. Eldron, because you can actually position them and kind of bait the enemy in. And you know, if I pay attention to the maps and actually tailor this each time to wherever the positions are, maybe I could put Eldron in a good spot with Revos to make it deadly. But Eldron's probably just gonna die. He's so weak. Titus is kind of awesome. Titus is just good in general. Like, I personally hate facing Titus in Guild War. Like, he's always annoying because you're always like, even if you're like, you have a bunch of ranged characters, which I usually don't. I usually do a lot of melee teams, but if I have a ranged character to take out Titus, all of a sudden he's like next to a drone or next to a Grodd or something, and you're like, dang it, I'm gonna shoot him, and he's just gonna come right back to life, and with more health than he has now, and you're like, you get put in these awkward situations. So I kind of think throwing in Titus here makes sense. Yeah, he's great for just all around Guild War. So okay, I think Deathball is locked. We're gonna, can we rename this? Oh god, what'd I do? Oh, interesting. What does this button do? Oh, I could do a D3, like a Titus Incisus combo. That's not bad. Man, I wish I had Thoriad at D3. I know I posted a video recently about the Thoriad God's Will combo, and I would have Leviscus here too. Thoriad Incisus God's Will. Yeah, that would be nice. Incisus Diamond 3. Yeah, I mean, also this could be cool because like they would be their own little unit, and then Incisus could heal them up. If I always like having a healer on defense if I can, because it just is so annoying. Because if you leave someone at like 1 health, all of a sudden, then the first turn Incisus is just gonna heal them back up. But I don't know. I think Snotflogga is just way more deadly. And like I said, Titus is great with Incisus. I don't know if the AI is gonna work super well together, and it's gonna make sure that happens each time. So I'm going Titus solo, I think. People is AdMech for Guild War because they're already built for it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, case in point, I was a AdMech user until Leviscus came around, and everybody and their mothers building a Leviscus team. I mean, it's great. It's the best. But I miss playing AdMech. I took out a side boss recently with AdMech, and I was like, oh, this is fun. I haven't done this in so long. It's a little rusty. But I mean, other than like what I have, like I said, I kind of think it makes sense just to fill out the strongest teams you can. You definitely want there to be synergy. That's so important, and you want there to be AI that actually uses the characters well. But also, if you got someone A2 versus Diamond 3, it does make a big difference in Guild War, especially when you got those Medicaid buffs. Adam can be used on defense, but they usually split up. Yeah, so I think all of these, because this is not ideal, Red Corsairs and some other people, they data mine the maps ahead of time, and actually Tacticus Director does too, or at least it did. I'm not sure if they're updating it. So you can look up the map ahead of time and know exactly where your defenders are going to be placed, and then you can shift them around to make sure that you can kind of predict what they're going to do turn 1 at least. All right, what do you guys think? I got Sygex from Buffer. Yeah, Sygex is great. I've been meaning to build Sygex. He falls in a lot of categories for Guild War or for LREs. So, and I have all of the AdMech already at D3, like every single one. So I'm like, I just got to get this one guy, and then if they ever had an event again where you need to play AdMech or something like that, that'd be really useful. Let's see. I mean, I have God's Will. God's Will is just pretty good all around. He could go. He's Rapid Assault. Wait a second. God's Will's Rapid Assault. But he doesn't really benefit from Ragnar, like, or Dante. He has just one hit, so it's like you get the buff from Dante, you get the buff from Ragnar, but you get it on one hit versus like Nicodemus has 4 hits, I think. I gotta check. Let me switch over to my other device. Sorry guys. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate. I love all of the enthusiasm from the community so far. You guys are great. Like I said, when Nandi left, I was like, let me just start making some videos, see what happens. And man, I'm like so humbled by everyone actually showing up and watching. So thank you guys. Oh no, Nicodemus has 3 hits. Okay, but still pretty good. For example, Sygex, strong buffer. I kind of think leave Nico. All right, I feel like AdMech is set. How do I rename this? Used to be able to name these. Analyze team, autofill details. All right, we'll leave it. Oh yeah, I mean, I love also how approachable all these content creators are, including myself. If you guys want to message me or anything, just let me know. Yeah, comment on my videos, or you can send chats in YouTube, right? I don't know. I actually don't. Like I said, I don't really know how YouTube works that well. Yeah, I mean, God's Will's a Space Marine, so there's that. So he's relatively tanky, just because nature being Space Marine. But no, he doesn't have Resilient or anything. So yeah, I think Lucian would make a lot more sense as like a defender in general. And Lucian would take advantage of Dante's buff. And Lucian is just great. And like he can charge 5, he can gain back health, he has ranged and melee. Yeah, Nicodemus is cool. I love having him at D3. I actually use him in raids sometimes just to keep people alive. But he hits pretty hard. For a healer, he's one of the hardest hitting healers for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna forego Ragnar's buff on Lucian and just hope that he gets in range of Dante to get Dante's buff, which I'll go over again also in more videos. But yeah, Dante has a buff where he all rapid assault and flying characters, so Bellator would also work really well here, especially if he's in range of Dante, because he gets 6 hits. Man, maybe I should do Bellator. I don't know, guys. But yeah, Dante is like an amazing buffer for all flying, all rapid assault people. A little worried Karn's gonna kill everybody, but he usually doesn't. He usually is close enough to get into an enemy. Oh yeah, Baldur. I've got at gold. I like Baldur. He's great. One of my projects, whenever I can finish out this, I'm just finishing off my raid team right now, basically. But the minute I finish it, they're probably gonna bump up to A3. Then I'm gonna have to do everything over again. It's okay. It's the nature of the game. But yeah, Baldur. I want to get Baldur to Mythic because I have his relic, and Baldur at Mythic. One of my guildmates has him with orange wings, Mythic, level 60, and every single one of his items at full Mythic whatever equipment. He is incredible. He is literally like a one-man army because he can heal himself every round in a legendary event and attack at the same time with his relic, and he just stands there and kills everything by himself. Yeah, Baldur would be great if I could get him up for this. Tyrant Guard is also just super tough. Like, I could put Tyrant Guard in here somewhere. I don't think is anyone voting for Vindicta? Like, Vindicta's great. I got her up for the Death Guard, and like she's kind of come in handy as from other things. Like, there's always those quests, and they're like, oh, make sure you use your Diamond 3 Vindicta. I'm like, who has that? And actually, she's great at Diamond 3, but like, I feel like if I put her in any one of these teams, she'd just blow everyone up. She's too dangerous. Baldur's Relic. Oh yeah, Baldur's Relic is OP. It's like one of the best relics in the game for sure. All right, so Death Guard's locked, I think. Admech is locked. I know you said Ro's not good, but I don't know who else really fits in Admech. I mean, like I said, I could put Tyrant Guard just to be a tank, but I don't know. Sometimes Ro's really nice in an Admech lineup. Like if you put him first, for example, one, he maybe can get into contact with an overwatching character and negate it. But two, he becomes such a threat because if you don't take out Ro turn 1 on a guild war when he's a defender, then he's gonna get next to your team, and if you're bunched at all, you basically means he's gonna whack every single one of your characters another time every time someone else attacks. So it's like, but he dies so easily. So I mean, you literally put a Calendus in and like snipe him from afar, and like that's it, done. But at the same time, that's still taking a shot away from Calendus that could have been used for something else. So even if he's a distraction, I think I'm gonna keep Ro here just to draw fire, and then hopefully these guys put in work later. And I'll jigger this around whenever I see the maps. I know I want to get like a Winged Prime D3, so that way I can actually put a nice pairing between the Tyrant Guard in there. Yeah, he's kind of useless without Synapse because he always moves. Death Guard's locked. I think I like this Imperial team. I actually think this could work pretty well, this Imperial team, and just be dangerous. And like, the reason we're stepping up, by the way, to Battlefield 5 is for the increased credits from Crusade. I don't know if you guys have been following. There's like, you get a ton of extra credits, and there's actually a bunch of guilds that are also moving up to Battlefield 5. So if any guilds are on the fence and like, hey, look, we kind of suck, but we want the credits from Battlefield 5, come join us, and we'll both suck together. um, uh, so hopefully I won't be facing like full A2 lineups, and actually if I have like three A2 characters, like this is gonna be a tough lineup to beat. And gosh, if you take out Aethoth and then the next round Isabella just brings him back, like, oh, how devastating is that? Like, oh my god, I gotta kill this guy again. Um, so I like this lineup. I don't really know what this one's doing aside from just like Gulgorts is good, Snofflog is good with Gulgorts, Revus is good, and she can like be first and take high ground and hopefully defend these guys for a round. And then like maybe Leviscus is next to Gulgorts, hopefully, and can get a bonus hit. But probably not. But it's like I don't think Bellator won't work in there. Tyrant Guard, as we said, not usable. Incisus doesn't really do much aside from just running around healing people. Yeah, so we're gonna keep this team. And then it just leaves my Rapid Assault, which, again, it's a choice between God's Will, Bellator, and Lucian. And Bellator is awesome because he's gonna fly across the map and summon. But like, I'm just thinking about my experience as an offender facing defensive teams. I have never really been threatened by a Bellator. Like, Bellator comes in, and even if he's buffed by Dante and Ragnar, like if Ragnar howls, I never feel scared. I'm like, okay, do your worst, Bellator. Like, you're not gonna hit me. Like, he just has no offensive capabilities. And like maybe he can clutter the field up, but he's gonna summon turn one and just get one interceptor out. Like, for one round, because he'd be double buffed with 6 hits, he'd hit kind of hard. But Lucian, for example, like when I see Lucian on defense, if I'm on low ground with a character that's not an absolute tank, he's gonna kill me. Like, I know like Lucian's gonna charge and kill me. What happened to Incisus for the Titus line? I want Snofflaga, I think. That's what happened. It's really Snofflaga. Because Revus is definitely going in. She's awesome in general. So, and I got her at level 56, so I might as well use the Mythic since I got a Mythic cap. She's staying. Gulgorts is staying because he's amazing. I mean, maybe I do Incisus instead of Leviscus. I'll put him at the end. I think Snofflog is staying because Gulgorts is there. That's the only reason. And Snofflog is great, but with Gulgorts, yeah, that's like if Gulgorts is in range of anybody when Snofflog is within range of any character when Gulgorts howls or wogs, it's death. It's a kill. One consideration: place Leviscus with Incisus. Yeah, I think you're right. Hold on. I'm going to look up... I wish I could show you guys my phone. I'm looking on my phone now to look up the health. So Incisus is a Space Marine, so that makes him a little bit tanky. He's got 9,000 health. He's not Blue Wing or Blue Star D3, but he's D3 4 stars. So 9,000 health and 2,000 armor. Oh, and that's without his equipment on. So... it's a little bit tankier. And then my A 1.5 Leviscus has 10,000 health and 2,200 armor. So you know what? All right, Cesar. You got it. Taking out Leviscus, putting in Incisus. Because at least Incisus can heal. And if Incisus leaves... if the enemy... fails an attack and leaves like 1 health on Snofflaga or something like that, Incisus can heal him up, which is pretty great. Also does piercing damage. Yeah, Incisus hits pretty hard. I'm always shocked when I like I'm like, wait, oh wow, I can hit that hard with Incisus? Yeah. And I use him as on offense. Yeah, he is very good. I just think like the Incisus Titus pairing, I'm gonna touch on that soon in my Ultramarines video, but it never works on defense. I feel like they always run away from each other, or Incisus runs in front of Titus for some reason, and then someone just takes out Incisus first, and makes it really easy. But no, you bring up a good point where you're like, even at A2, like, cause I'm gonna have Leviscus at A2 very soon. Yeah, Leviscus just sucks. Like, as someone who has put so much effort into my Leviscus team because of how hard it hits in Guild War, I hate Leviscus. He's a terrible character. Like, he's good for one thing and one thing only, and that is to hit really, really hard at a single character with one big hit after everyone else in his team has hit the exact same character, which is the whole point of raids, right? That's the whole reason you have a raid. But otherwise, in every other guild mode, when are you attacking one character with all of your team, and then attacking again with Leviscus, the same character? Like, that never happens. You're never doing that over and over again, just trying to hit the exact same character. And then with the one hit and with the not great health, yeah, he kind of sucks. All right, cool. Well, that made it easy for me. I think that's a good pairing. I think that's a good call. Put Incisus in, and like I said, I just like having a healer in general, and that actually gets healer, and then lots of healers. So only one thing doesn't have a healer. Yeah, exactly. And like half the time, if he's standing there, I was thinking Leviscus just because I could put him next to Golgorts for the first turn, because you can place them. I can rearrange my squad to make sure he's next to Golgorts, but Golgorts doesn't always wog the second turn. It's kind of like a 50-50 shot, so he might not even get that buff anyway. Yeah. I mean, I could put Nico here and then have every single one have a healer. That'd be kind of annoying for the enemy, but I think Lucian is more deadly. I personally wouldn't feel threatened seeing Nicodemus, but if I see a Lucian on the field, that changes my whole strategy. That makes me have to prioritize him, and it kind of throws you off your game. Oh yeah, Incisus and Titus are awesome for LREs. Cool. All right, let's do this. I don't want to make the stream crazy long. I love all the thanks Cesar for joining and then commenting. I love like all the back and forth and like kind of doing this more with the community, even though there's only 3 of us. But still, we're a small but mighty community. All right, so who works well with who? So this definitely goes. So that was the only one I know for certain is not you. The Plague Burst Crawler is definitely going with Death Guard. They work great together. It's only level 35, but still works great, especially if there's a resilient character or whatever. My Forge Fiend is pretty strong, so I do want to consider that. I almost want to put Forge Fiend like here, because he is unstoppable, he has flying, and if he howls, then they both run over it. I'm just worried if I do Forge Fiend and it goes 3 rounds or 4 rounds, they're going to get blocked and they're going to get stuck in their own fire. I'm a little bit worried about that, but I also don't know who else it would work well with, like not these guys. And then there's no synergy here with Forge Fiend and them. I mean, maybe I don't use Forge Fiend at all, but I have this so high level, I want to actually use it. Galatian is pretty good with that mech. I have it level 40. It's not bad. I thought about, I literally have the Reanimator at level 1, but because of its abilities, its passive abilities, where it like reactivates summons, it could work just for that, just to reactivate the Tangita summons, the Skitari. I might just bring this up to like level 5 and put it in here and see if that works better. But I'm going to do this, let's throw Galatian in. Galatian is a mech unit, so it works great with Ro if he survives, or it can be healed passively by Aleph Null, can be healed by Actus, and he's super strong. He can at least distract them. So we got 2 more. I've done this pairing. So I brought my Malleus up to level 35 right when there were like only 4 Machines of War initially, and I was like, I gotta get these up, and Malleus worked really well for like that one survival event, and I use it actually in hold on one second, more stuff coming in. Primary counters or common summons. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, Forge Fiend in Death Ball. Yeah, I don't know. 'Cause the PBC could also take care of summons pretty well. But no, you're right. I mean, that's definitely a thing. I use summon teams against Deathball. I use my Abraxas team. So maybe. All right, I'll play around with this right now and just see where we end up. So this works well. Yeah, so I have Malleus at level 35. He summons a bunch of units, but he's like just as likely to suppress your own units, which kind of sucks. So I'm gonna take it out. I mean, Biovore's awesome. Biovore just works great with everything. So, oh, here's an easy pairing. If I have Snopvlaga and the Rucka Truck, if Snopvlaga hits the target and then the Rucka Truck targets them afterwards, it automatically summons a Squig because you need 2 Orc units next to the target to summon a Squig. So they both attacks the unit and only level 19, but it doesn't matter. I just want to bring another summon out. I use that on offense. It works better on offense. On defense, the enemy just is smart enough to not attack your summons, but hey, maybe it clogs it up. Maybe it traps them. Who knows? So yeah, I'm going to do Rucka Truck with the 2 Orc units I have. Galatian. Let's try this Forge Fiend idea. Let's see where we end up. Kill Malleus Guardsman. That's an idea. Yeah, I mean that was the original idea. It was like, and that's actually what I use on offense. The Isabella Battle Ball doesn't work great on Guild War offense, or at least when I have it at D3 and I'm facing other D3 units. I have to really pick and choose my battles because like she just can't keep up with the healing or they just die. But I do love using Malleus on offense with my Battle Ball for twofold. Actually, I use the Guardsman for sure to boost her Active Faith, but I also use the suppression because like I said, I think the enemy being stronger and tougher with all their buffs hits hard, and they usually kill a Carrion or an Aethoth in the ball before Isabella can heal them. But if they're suppressed, they're doing 50% damage, then yes, I would definitely do that, and that could help them survive a little bit longer. If Yerrick built, Malleus is good. Yeah, I do Yerrick if I were doing a gold team. I have like a summon swarm team basically with my Parasite, my Wing Prime, Yerrick, that I just bring out all the summons. It's like a battle fatigue team actually. Doodleman did a video on this recently about like the battle fatigue team, and then you can also throw in Malleus, and then yeah, Yerrick buffs all the guardsmen. Let's see. So I mean, you could do this, and then I don't think, I mean, Bioboard's not bad, but this could also work pretty well because they could at least bring the armor down. I mean, these guys hit hard though. Like, you've got plasma attack, piercing attack. I mean, yeah. If I were to do this, I'm thinking as an offender facing these teams. You're right. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm going to use a summon team against this Death Ball to distract them, and because it can do some psychic damage and stuff like that. So then you'd want the Forge Fiend. That's a great counter against that. I don't really think you'd use a summon team against these guys because they're just so deadly. Like, they're not as tough, but you just kill them. You just want to attack. You just want to like wipe them out. You don't want to really flood the field with summons. You can, and they're probably going to attack the summons instead of you. But yeah, I think you're right. I think I might try this Forge Fiend with the Death Ball thing. It's a great idea. Thanks, Cesar. Hey, Cesar, what guild are you in? Are you guys, what battlefield level are you guys playing at? Now that you know all my secrets, you know exactly what to expect and can plan against me. I was thinking that, I was like, am I sharing anything I shouldn't share? And I was like, you know what? If somebody's going to watch this video and plan specific teams to face me in Guild War, they should win. Absolutely. Like, if they're going to put that much effort in, you got it, dude. Yeah. I think Plagueburst Crawler with these guys it won't stop them, it won't slow them down, and then maybe it can kill a resilient enemy, and then it can lower the armor. So someone like, Lucian's blast damage, for example, it could really help with that. So yeah, I think let's do that. Which is crazy that I'm not putting my Biovore anywhere. I mean, oh wait, hold on. Yes, the guardsman could help with active faith, but I'm too worried about it backfiring and them like using the artillery and blowing us up. So we're just gonna do Biovore here. I think Biovore could also help the weakness of this team, which is snipers too. Like you could just have a range 3 character take out Isabella and snipe them. But the Biovore, especially the Biovore does use its active a lot on defense. You could surround them with spores and make it so that they can't really shoot you, which is really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna do Biovore for this. And then on offense, the spores always go first. So, and also this will have the mythic ability too, which is really great. This is the only mythic ability I have. So yeah, let's do Biovore for this guy. Oh, Battlefield 1. But that's, I mean, honestly, that's, most of the top 50 guilds were like that. Like, literally, I switched guilds, like a few months ago, and I was looking for a guild that was really competitive in Guild War, and almost all of the top 50 guilds just didn't give a crap about Guild War because the payoff was so low. Like, the return on investment is not really worth it. It's also such a demanding game mode that, yeah, that no one really cared about it. Now with Crusade, and they did buff Guild War a little bit, it's a little bit better. And I don't know, if I was in Snowprint's position, I don't know exactly what I do because one, your player base doesn't really like it. Two, it's just such a demanding mode. You don't want to like force people to play a mode that's like already, you're going to burn them out. But personally, yeah, hashtag buff Guild War. Like, give us, I want not just like a little bit of buff. I want like 10 times the amount of Guild War credits that we get every Guild War. We should be able to come out of our badge debt. Like, I have all these characters at D3, but I mean, their skills are level 26. I'm not even in epic territory. I'm in rare territory. Like, none of these guys are even close to having maxed out abilities because, like, I just can't get that many badges. So, yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Bloody Rose is great. And yeah, if they're in Battlefield 4, I bet they're one of the other guilds that's also jumping up with us. So hey, if you watch this later and you're in a guild that is jumping up to Battlefield 5, guess what? You are not alone. We are all in this together. We are all gonna be under-leveled, but more Crusade credits for all. Yay. Okay, cool. I think I'm good with this, guys. So let's recap. Thank you all for joining. I've got my Guild War team set. Because I'm at the highest cap possible, I have 2 mythic teams and 3 legendary teams, which is a lot of high-level characters, 25 D3 plus characters. This one, I'm doing Celestine to take the Overwatch, and then basically my Guild War, my Custodes, to do some damage with the synergy with the let's talk about synergies. Let's bring this all back to the video, the synergies video. Synergies with Trajan's ability. If anybody uses an active, then the follow-up damage is a lot. And he doesn't even have to be next to the enemy. That's just in general, as long as the enemy is next to whoever used the active. So they work really well together. Isabella on the back line can hopefully bring back Trajan or Aetho or Carrion when they die. The Gemini will probably die early and boost their active faith trait. So yeah, this team is actually going to work really well together. I'm excited for that team. Next team, Mythic, is kind of just who else I had. Gulgorts is going to be A2 soon. He's definitely going in, and he's an amazing Guild War character. Because I brought Gulgorts, got to bring Snopflaga. And then because I'm bringing Snopflaga and Gulgorts, bringing the Rucka Truck, even though it's low leveled, just to throw some squigs at them, basically. And also because I don't really have other Machine of War options that I'm in love with. Rebus is going to be, they don't really work too much in synergy together, but Rebus is just great in Guild War in general. She's going to go out in front, find some high ground, post up, turn 2, and hopefully snipe some people or prevent them from charging you. And then hopefully Gulgorts can charge the next turn. And then, speaking of that charge, I'll try to group it so that Titus is next to Gulgorts when they charge, or even Incisus, who would double his hits if he gets a Gulgorts Wog. And then Incisus and Titus work great together, and Titus is just awesome for Guild War. So we're doing that. Death Ball, classic Death Ball. Again, if you want help finding lineups for your squads, go over to the top defensive lineups. Oh, you know what I did? I did this wrong. Hold on. Instead of top defensive lineups, I usually do defensive cores. That's another great way to base it. So you don't have to have every character. You can just look at like the base core characters. That's like taking a really long time to look. Whatever. And then base it off of that. So the core characters are Rotbone. I think Typhus is actually a core character in that, and the Malletus. So I got the Death Ball going on. I did a video on the Death Ball already. The Forge Fiend's going to help with the counter to the Death Ball, which is Psychic teams, which use a lot of summons, or even Gene Stealer teams. And guess what? If you got Forge Fiend, you just wipe out all those summons in one turn. Then starting to run low on. Well, let's skip over this here. Then I'm doing AdMech because they work great together. All the AdMech have synergies on synergies. They're kind of weak. They don't really hit super hard all the time. But, I mean, you got so much healing. You got so much synergies with Actus and Tangita and Ro, who's going to hit everything. And then the Aleph Null with the passive healing. And then you got Galatian. So all this, all mechanical, all working really well together. And then lastly is the Rapid Assault, which Dante works great with all flying and Rapid Assault characters. Ragnar works great with all melee characters, so Lucian is exempt from that, but everyone else does work really well here. You know, I'm almost tempted to put Bellator in instead of Matineo because he'll work better with their buffs, but Matineo just has such a high threat range. He can just fly across the map, and even in like split map, for example, there's literally nowhere to hide. Like, your starting position is within range of Matineo if you put Matineo in the center. And you're like, what am I supposed to do here? I'm gonna get hit with Matineo. Like, he's gonna kill me round one. So yeah, but Dante buffs everybody. Ragnar buffs almost everybody. Yeah, Karn is a killing machine. And Lucian and Matinee are just really threatening. They just hurt. They just hit really hard. And then we got Plague Burst Crawler in just because it's an all-around great machine of war. It just helps in general. Lower some armor, maybe kill a resilient character. Won't really threaten you too much unless they step on the toxic hexes, which the AI is pretty dumb. They probably will, but hey, I'll take it. I'll take it over any one of these guys that I have not really highly leveled. So yeah, that's it. You know, at some point I'll do my offensive teams. Maybe I'll show you guys that. Let me save this real quick. Save as new. I'm gonna call this, I think the actual term is hero. That's not something I just made up. That's the term. It's like goes like elite, like veteran, elite, then hero, and hero includes mythic lineups. Let me go to my offense planner. Since I'm doing a stream, and I got you guys here, got you hooked. But I'll wrap this up soon. This is my last offense, so you know, this might be a whole nother video. Maybe I'll come back to this, but I'll just really quickly go through like what the teams that I like to use on offense. This is basically kills everything. Like anybody with Rapid Assault with all these buffs, anybody that's in range to kill somebody is gonna make a kill. Torque works really well together actually because I kind of do like these guys on almost like defense. Like I'll do Eldrion and Revos on defense for round one, and then they charge in and kill everything. Death Ball is more of the tanky, long drawn out battle. I kept Karn in here because I don't have a great range 3, or I just like ranged chaos unit to hide in the back, so he does a lot of damage, and then these guys it's almost like he does the first attack, and then everyone moves up their 2 or hopefully 3 hexes, and then reinforces. Then they take the front line, and they keep pushing the front line more and more. Mechs work great together, as said. The Cuddle Puddle. Oh, that was the nickname. I missed it on my video. I was like, there's some other nicknames. That's what I call the Isabella Cuddle Puddle. There's so much love here. They all love each other so much. They just love cuddling. So this, it kind of doesn't work that well. I don't know. It works okay, but oh, actually, I did switch out. What did I switch out? I think Celestine went in instead of Nico or something like that. Because I was like, wait, why do I have... Why don't I have Celestine in here? She would work a lot better. But yeah, Cuddle Puddle, lots of healing going on. Again, a tanky, resilient kind of thing. Psychers and Summons, they work really well together. I'll do a whole thing on this. I did something on this combo that I mentioned, my Guild War team. But yeah, I just love this. Is almost always a guaranteed perfect score as well, or at least a guaranteed win. Overwatch snipers, I like to use this with Forge Fiend. You can kind of corral the enemy. You need enemies that like you have to make sure you can control their movement, like movement 2 or like a map that like has a big choke point. But that works really well. Stun and Swarm, I just get all the summons I possibly can. Actually, and then mixed with that, all these people have suppression. So Parasite's active ability has suppression. Tyrant Guard's active ability has suppression. Aetho's active ability has stun. Tyrant Guard's active ability has stun and taunt. Like, and then this has suppression. So you just suppress everybody and then chip away at them with little summons, basically. And then I kind of ran out. Like, Gene Stealers are great. And this was like I experimented last time with coming up with some kind of GSC counter. I think I put in... I didn't end up using this. I switched it with like Athana or something like that, and just basically tried to maximize the Overwatch. Didn't really work that well. But yeah, anyway, those are my teams. For offense, I'll probably basically just use the same thing. Some of these people are now Mythic instead of Legendary, like Diamond 3, like Golgorth is going to be A2. And hopefully I don't face a full A2 Mythic team, otherwise I'm probably screwed. But anyway, yeah, that's it. So thanks for joining. I think I've come up with some good teams. I'm going to post this video so you guys can watch later. Man, I've been rambling here for an hour. Thank you for putting up with me. And thank you for watching all my content. I really appreciate all the love that you guys have had for me and for the videos I've been making. And please comment, like, subscribe. And yeah, if you guys want to see videos, please put a comment down below. And someone use my friend code. Someone please use my friend code. I have one person that has used my friend code. So yeah, that'd be nice if someone wants to use that, because I just do this for fun. Anyway, that's it. Let me see if I can figure out how to end the stream. Okay, here we go. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you in the next video.